Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here, and today we'll be checking out Loadout. This is a upcoming free-to-play third-person shooter with a very over-the-top style. The art style, the gory death animations, everything about this game just is taken to an over-the-top extreme. And it's rather comical, actually, to be honest with you. It's also something you can disable if you really hate the partial nudity and gory graphics that you're gonna see here. It's not that bad, don't worry. But yeah, it is a little bit crazy. It's a little over the top. It's a free-to-play game, as I mentioned. Currently in the closed beta, so we're actually looking at an early access version of this game. It's available through the Steam Early Access program. I'm doing horribly to start, by the way. That's what I get for focusing on letting you guys know what's going on instead of actually focusing on playing the game. So this was developed by Edge of Reality. They have made games such as The Incredible Hulk and DreamWorks Shark Tale. Both those games you probably don't care about, but they did have a role, or they played a hand in the development of games such as Mass Effect, Dragon Age Origins, and Tony Hawk 3, I think it was. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, yeah. So they played a role in the development of some pretty decent games. They've also made some really kind of kiddie games, but you know, whatever. I don't know exactly what role they played in Mass Effect or Dragon Age Origins, but again, they had some role in that development, so maybe someone could figure that out. And then just leave that information in the comments below. We're going to switch here because I need to do some damage, and I can do the most damage with my rocket launcher. There we go, we got someone coming up there, so try to launch a volley. So let's talk a little bit about this game. A big focus on this game, besides the crazy over-the-top death animations, is the weapons. So Loadout is the name of the game, and it's all about your weapon loadouts. Now, you can basically make crazy weapons. There's all sorts of customization you have besides the stock and the barrel, the type of ammo that you use, how it's fired, whether it blows up on impact or whether it bounces or whether it's remotely controlled. All sorts of, again, different options for your loadout. Now, after we look at some gameplay here, I will show you some of what I'm talking about. But for now, I just wanted to show you what the gameplay was like. It's really hard to play a shooter and commentate at the same time. So it's in the closed beta. The game is still, you know, going through its development. It currently has 7 maps and 4 game modes available. We're currently looking at the Blitz game mode, which is essentially just a zone control, if you will. So zones will pop up, and we got to try to go over there, control them. Whenever you control a zone, you get 500 points. First team to whatever the cap is gets, I think it's like 3,000 or something, or 4,000 or 5,000. Basically, you just have to get to the cap, and you can see that bar on the left-hand side that shows you what that cap is. Oh no, I'm super dead here. Gonna try to do my dodge rolling. So this is a game that you can spam dodge roll. Some people hate games like that. Well, this is one of them, so I don't know what to tell you. Oh boy, I got a hit from that far away. That was awesome. Try to launch one of these here. Okay, we're gonna go try to claim it now that I think most of them are dead. So you get 2 weapons. You can switch between them with 1 and 2, or what you can do is you can switch with them with 1 and 2. You can also use Q or your mouse wheel. So there's a few different options when it comes to weapon switching.
You have captured a control point.
I know some people don't care about that stuff, but I like to let you guys know sort of what is available in a game. Oh, we're 4 for 4. All right. I'd like to get a positive kill-death ratio, though, before the end of this, if that's possible. That may require me to stop talking, though. The action is pretty intense, especially on these smaller maps. Well, this isn't a smaller map, but on the smaller maps, the action can get pretty intense. Okay, so we're gonna go back here. I got my healing right there, so what I can do is I can try to get some damage down and then go back and heal if need be. My 2 weapons right now are pretty basic weapons. I have a rocket launcher, and I have an assault rifle. I mean, that's standard fare, you know? And, oh no. No, get to the healing, get to the healing, get to the healing. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, I've got pretty standard weapons, but again, the weapons that you can get in this game are crazy. Now, what about classes, Force? Is this a class-based game? Is it like Team Fortress? No, not really. There aren't classes, like set class roles, but there are healing weapons that you can make. And there are support weapons that you can make that are sort of like boosters. So while there are no set classes, I keep getting these kills here. While there are no set classes, there is the potential to fill standard class roles. Okay, so the next point's over here, so we better go ahead and move. And our team is winning by a mile here, which is great to see. And that hurt. That was a direct hit. How unfortunate. We have moved into the positive kill-death ratio, however, so that's really all I was looking for. That makes me happy. So you can spam this dodge roll, like I mentioned before. I know some people really despise games like that because it sort of sometimes feels like you just dodge everywhere to try to avoid attacks, and I mean, I agree in the sense that that can be annoying. Okay, we got a heal pack right here. Oh no, I'm dead. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I mean, it basically, you can reload while you're dodging as well. So it basically makes it so that you fire a shot off, like for example, like me, if I've got a rocket launcher, I just fire a shot off and then I just start dodging. And it really kind of makes it hard for people to hit you. Now I currently have these jump boots, and that is in place of any sort of throwable or something. So grenades, there's grenades in this game. Oh no, this is a terrible spot. There are grenades in this game. There is also like turrets that you could get. Instead of having either one of those, you basically get one slot to choose what to fill it with. And instead of grenades or turrets or whatever, I've decided to go with the jump boots. I kind of like that extra mobility. It's not entirely necessary in this game. Ooh! Oh, yes. But I think it does help, especially for things like this. Well, actually, I guess I would have made that regardless, huh? Looks like I would have made that jump either way. Oh, well. There are some areas within these maps that you wouldn't really be able to traverse a certain part. Like, I think right here you can only get up through this if you get the jump boots. So that's a good example. And that hurt a lot. So we're gonna go back and try to heal. Oh, come on! Who was that? Who got me from across the map like that? How unfortunate. Now when you die, you get the option to change your loadout. I currently have 3 loadouts up. I've got a healing loadout, my damaged loadout, and then I've just got a loadout with crazy weapons. I'm just using my normal damage loadout right now, sort of my basic weapon loadout. Oh, where's there a healing patch? There must be one somewhere. That's not it. Here it is. You don't run out of ammo. You just refill ammo, and you can constantly keep refilling the ammo. There's no position where you would be like, oh, I'm all out of ammunition. Oh no, that's a shame. Come on, we got him. There we go. And this thing is almost gone, actually. Oh! So they have almost full control over it, so it's only going to take them another moment to basically complete that. Oh, where is he? There he is. Got the assist at least, wonderful. And we're capturing. There is a taunt that you can do, and you capture faster if you taunt. However, because things are so crazy right now, I'm really not going to do that. And I'm almost dead. Yeah, I mean, I had literally no health points there at all, so I assumed that death was coming for me.
New control point.
All right, there's another control point, and our team, it looks like 4,000 is the cap. You get 500 for every cap, so we are just about to win it here. Man, oh man. This is a little crazy. This is just a tad bit crazy, guys. Yeah, well, there we go. That's too bad. Alright, we're just going to keep up with this loadout as we finish up this level, because as you can see, we are just about to win it here. We've got one more point over here. There we go. Wonderful. And as soon as we get this, so here it is. We can do a taunt dance. This is the Cabbage Patch. You can do Gangnam Style, and there's a whole bunch of other things you can do. That was a pretty horrible game. It's so tough to play a game this intense and talk while you're doing it, but I'm not going to make excuses. I'm just crappy. So yeah, that was some gameplay here on Loadout. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the weapon customization. Now whenever you finish a level, you're going to get XP. You level up your character. You get rewards when you level up. There's also a bonus prize every time you play, so take a look at this. I get a bonus prize of 50 space bucks. You also have the bonus. You also have the potential to get XP or weapon components. So those are the 3 things that you could get whenever you finish a match. I need you to keep that in mind because this is a free-to-play game, and we're going to talk about sort of the currency system in just a moment. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the weapon crafting. One of the most major parts of this game, this takes the place of your traditional third-person shooter classes, whereas you can make these weapons, you can make healing weapons, you can make offensive weapons, you can make boosting weapons, like things to increase characters' effectiveness, for example. So here's some of the basic weapons that I have. Now, these are default weapons: the assault rifle, grenade launcher, Tesla shotgun, and healing pulse. I made Weapon, Whatev, and Crazy. These are the 3 weapons that I've made, and I can sort of just show you what they are. So this one, the weapons, you've got the opportunity to customize the stock, the scope, the barrel, the magazine, and the trigger, and then the ammunition type. So this weapon here, we got aluminum stock, recon scope, assault barrel, 3-round burst, trigger, standard size magazine, and this one shoots flames. There's a few different types of ammunition. It all depends on the type of weapon that you have. So we'll actually just go back though, and I will make a brand new weapon with you guys just to show you. And we'll call this huh? Okay, I can't come up with a name, so that one will work. Okay, so the different types of weapons. There is a rifle, a launcher, a pulse weapon, and a beam. And each one of these, you've got the again, the opportunity to customize the stock, the trigger, the scope, the barrel, and the magazine. With the exception of the launcher, doesn't have a magazine, and it looks like the beam doesn't have a magazine as well. Launcher, it's just 1 round, and the beam, it's this is like a gun that heats up. So the more you use it, the quicker it heats up, and then you got to let it cool down. So that's why there's no. That's why for those 2 there is no magazine for you to choose from. And we can just actually go ahead and do randomization too. So we could just go randomize me a weapon, and it's gonna put a whole bunch of different stuff. You've got all your stats up there, and let's take a quick look at some of the more interesting things. So a rifle, all pretty standard. You look at the stock, they're standard: dampening, shock absorbing, aluminum. They all have their strengths and weaknesses that you can look at. Trigger, semi-auto, full auto spooling, 2-round burst, 3-round burst. Magazine, bolt action, shell loading, high capacity, standard, zoom, different zoom types. You know, then the barrel, assault, Gatlin, scatter, sniper, light assault, silencer, and there are tiers. As far as I know, there's 3 tiers. I believe there are 3 tiers. Now, you only see 2 right here, but I know one of them, I unlocked the 2nd tier. I just don't remember. I don't remember which one that I unlocked the 2nd tier of. Was it Pulse? No. Was it Beam? I don't think so. Well, let me go back. I'm pretty sure it was on, nope, never mind. Cancel that. We're gonna go, yes. I'm pretty sure it was on one of these weapons. I think it's on the Whatev weapon. Oh, this is kind of annoying. I'm sorry, guys. What about the Weapon? Was it on the Weapon? Ah, yes. Okay, so if you take a look here, this is actually level 2. So I've basically leveled up this particular weapon. And I've unlocked the 2nd tier, which displays a 3rd tier. So I believe there are just 3 tiers. I don't think there's any more than that. But all these weapon attachments that we've been looking at, you know, the scope, the aluminum, the scope, the stock, the trigger, the magazine, even the ammunition, there are tiers, and they are just ever increasing. They're better. They're better from one to the next. So, for example, regular iron sights, improved iron sights. Let's go to the barrel. That's the one I've got 3 tiers of. So the regular assault, the tier 2, I've got improved assault, and then the tier 3, I've got advanced assault. So ever increasing. Now, it's a minimal increase, but they are better nonetheless. It's not significantly better, but it is better, so it's important to keep that in mind. Now, what about the currency? So we've taken a quick look at... I want to actually go back here quickly. Excuse me. So we've taken a quick look. Where's the one that I just made? Oh, I didn't. I canceled it. So we've taken a quick look at the different customization things. I just want to show you a few more. Like for the launcher, this one's really cool because look at all the different things you can choose for the launcher. Now the regular thing, like the rifle, you just choose ammunition. And the pulse, you choose ammunition, how it moves, as well as the ammunition type. And for the beam, you just choose ammunition. However, for the launcher, this is kind of where things can get a little bit crazy. For the launcher, you choose the payload, the type of propulsion, rocket, lobbed, agile, mortar, scuttle, corkscrew. You choose the type of shell that it has, whether it goes on impact, whether it bounces, whether it's sticky. You choose the detonator, whether it's on contact, a manual detonation, or time detonation. And then you choose the dispersal with the explosion, the clutter, and the flak. So as you can see, there's a lot of room for customizing these weapons and just making absolutely absurd weapons. I mean, ridiculously absurd. I'd like to show you some of this stuff here, like, for example, the agile weapon here, slow-moving rocket propulsion that offers high maneuverability and a slight damage bonus. So these are weapons that can actually shift mid-air. You got mortar style, you got scuttle style, corkscrew style. If you take a look at the scope, you've got the remote control option, so you can manually control a weapon that you fire. I mean, that is pretty crazy. Now, I'm not going to go through absolutely everything because, as you can tell by just what we've looked at so far, there's just a crazy lot of potential. But yeah, my major concern with that is balance. When you have this many variables, look at this thing. What is this? Look at this. This is a full auto quad barrel healing gun that bounces, has got a timed detonator, and explodes. I mean, just crazy. Like, with this many variables, the concern does become balance. So I wonder how they're going to balance that. And if you're wondering about the tier system when it comes to these different things, basically you've got these achievements that you can unlock, and you get upgrade points for those, and then you use those upgrade points to unlock a tier for a weapon to get the higher, eventually up to the tier 3. But just some crazy potential. I do worry, though, like I said, about balance. I think with this many variables, there are going to be some clearly very strong and much stronger than others type of weapons. And you could definitely build a bad weapon, I would imagine. You could build a really terrible weapon if you didn't really think about it, or even if you did think about it, but it just didn't turn out the way you would hoped. But anyways, yeah, that is a little look at weapon crafting. Again, it's pretty crazy. I don't want to go fully into it. Let's take a look now at the loadouts. So the loadouts, you get, looks like 5 default loadouts. I've filled up 3 of them so far. I don't know how you unlock these. Maybe it's level. It doesn't look like it's behind a paywall though. And so I've got a few different, so I've got my basic assault and battery loadout here. This is just my assault rifle and grenade launcher plus the jump boots. I've got heals, so I've got a Tesla shotgun for close range combat when someone comes next to me, and then I've got the pulse healing rifle, which just you shoot bullets but they heal. So you basically shoot your allies and it heals them. And then I've got the whatever rifle, where I just made this crazy stupid weapon, and then this crazy stupid weapon too. And I said, hey, we'll try that for our craziness. And I'd like to just show you just some of the potential there. Go into the outfitter here now. You can make your own outfits. So for example, go into here to customize. All sorts of different things that you can choose from. They all cost space bucks. So let's talk about space bucks. Now, remember back when I just told you when we got that random chance to, at the end of the match, you either got space bucks, experience points, or a chance to get an item. Say like a weapon, like a certain type of trigger or something to use for a weapon. So that's the only way in-game that you can get space bucks. At the end of a match, you've got a random chance to get space bucks. You're not always going to get it, because sometimes you'll get XP, sometimes you'll get weapon components, but sometimes you'll get space bucks. Now the space bucks are what you need to purchase all of this vanity stuff. These are just, you know, different helmets and things, and you get masks or whatever. I gotta take this off apparently, because where's that friggin', get rid of that. No, I don't want any, take that off. Okay. So yeah, I can show you the different masks. So you use these, you notice these space bucks right here. Now I've got 54,000. This is because I got a copy of the game from the developer, and I think they just set me up with their highest package, which started you off with 60,000 space bucks. I think if you're trying to buy that package though, it's like $70 or $80. It might be 50, but it's a lot. It's a lot of money. I think it's like $70 if you buy that. In fact, let me go to the store here really quick. Yeah, it's awesome. Just to show you. The store doesn't look like it's fully in place yet. All they really have right now, if you take a look, there's a news feed here. That tells about my XP boost. That's also part of the thing that I got from the developer for this. And yeah, it doesn't look like there's much of the store here. Like, this is the store. Like, you can see, if I click here, notice the template in the background. It looks like you can buy space bucks. That looks like weapon parts, accessories, and can't really tell what this stuff is. But this looks like the template of the store, and I don't know, you need a code, you can get some stuff, but it doesn't look like that's in place yet because this is all I see for the store right now. Now, if I go to check prices here, take a look at this. So you can get the absolute badass pack for $40 here, $80 value, and you get XP boost and stuff like that. So this is what you can purchase. Get space bucks, you'll get weapons with it, and you'll also get some boosted XP and some extra vanity items and stuff like that. But yeah, so my concern here is that the space bucks that you can get in game from playing the game, you're not guaranteed to get them even every match. It's only a random chance. I'm gonna hop into a co-op practice match against bots just because I want to show you some of the crazy weapons. So it's only a random chance to get space bucks at the end of every match. I don't really like that. I wish that they made it so that, hey, every match you play, you're gonna get some space bucks, because you need to use those space bucks to get the higher tier, say the higher tier ammunition, for example. Now, it's only slightly better, and you are going to get enough because it doesn't really cost a lot. These are bots. They're actually pretty good, though. I just wanted to show you this weapon, which requires manual use, so I wanted to sit in a corner here and do something with it. But we're gonna start off with the this is my beam weapon. That guy's got extra armor. This is really annoying. Okay, so I'm just gonna stand over here. Oh no, I fell off the okay, so let me just fire this here. So we're just gonna fire, and then as long as I hold down the fire button, as soon as I let it go, it explodes. But so you notice, it's like, that is really cool. So that the particular weapon that I have that I made there, it's a manually controlled, this is the weapon that can overheat. It's a manually controlled rocket launcher that explodes, I believe, cluster fire. Oh boy, that was right next to him and it didn't do damage to him? That's a little nuts to me, actually. Yeah, so this is one of the remote control style of guns, and it's funny. I think it's really funny. I don't know. I don't know how useful this would actually be, especially since you can only carry 2 weapons at any given time. I hardly did any damage to him. I think it set him on fire though, right? No. I don't know, this weapon looks like it sucks. This Tesla one's actually a lot of damage, but you gotta actually hit your target for that to count, so. Oh, there we go, there he is. Let me switch to this one here.
Kill denied.
Oh, I hit him. That was a direct hit. So I guess that's what you need to do with that weapon. Oh yeah, there we go. But anyways, I just wanted to show you. So I've got this crazy Tesla rifle, or whatever it's called. This beam rifle, that's what it's called. That it takes a moment to actually start firing, but once it does, it's this direct bolt, so that does a lot of damage. And then I've got the remote controlled weapon as well. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think this game's pretty cool. I really like the whole weapon customization thing and just how insane it gets. I'll just say it one more time. I worry about balance. I mean, I think if there's anything that I've learned about competitive multiplayer games, it's that the more variables there are, the harder it is to balance. And it seems like there are just so many variables when it comes to the type of weapons that there are just going to be some weapons that blow people out of the water. Now, higher level characters have an advantage in that they're likely to have those higher tiers, and with the higher tier weapon components and ammunition, it is a little bit better. Not much better, it's just like a small percentage better, but it is a little bit better. And we're just gonna leave this game because all I really wanted to do was show you that thing, just those crazy weapons. I'm gonna hop into one more match as we finish up this video. So we talked about the weapon crafting, talked about the loadouts. There's the outfitter as well to make your own outfits. And then there's the store, which doesn't look to be fully functional right now. It just looks like you can buy those packages, but there will be a store. You're going to be able to buy space bucks. And the most expensive things appear to just be garments. You know, they appear to just be those vanity items for your character to make them look cooler or whatever. And, you know, it seems I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun game. Now, you could buy into the beta right now for $20, or you can just wait for the open beta, because this is a free-to-play game, so if you don't want to spend money on it, you don't have to. If you want to try it out before spending money, or even to not spend money at all, you don't have to. So you might want to just wait to do that. They're going to be adding more stuff. They have got the 4 game modes right now. We're now actually taking a look at, this is called Jackhammer. 4 game modes are Death Snatch, which is basically team deathmatch, Jackhammer, which is basically capture the flag, and what? Did I lived? Well, then I fell off the edge, so that was stupid. So there's Death Snatch, which is yeah, Death Snatch is just team deathmatch. Jackhammer, which is what we're playing right now, is capture the flag. Blitz, which is Blitz is what you saw the first one that we played, the first game, which is zone control. And then there's Extraction, which is basically one person on each team is assigned the carrier or the extractor, and you have to run around picking up these resources on the ground. Oh, holy crap. That was a mistake to come over here. You have to run around picking up these resources on the ground and delivering them to these little resource hubs. Come on, there we go. Notice that there was a gun there that fires spike balls. Like, what? That's a real thing. I don't know. There's a guy right here. He fell off the edge. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, this is the capture the flag game mode. We've got to, or capture the hammer, and whoever has the flag has this crazy hammer that can one-shot people. There's also a melee in this game. It's done with F, but yeah, I haven't really seen many instances where melee's made a lot of sense, because the weapons are also crazy anyways. If anyone's got anything high explosive damage, close range kind of thing, then I don't know how well you're gonna be able to melee them, but whatever. That guy was right. Oh no, I completely missed. I knew he was coming and everything. I had the setup there, and yeah, well, that'll happen. All right, so once again, this has been Force checking out Loadout. The game is currently in closed beta, available for purchase. If you want to get in for the Steam Early Access program, you can pay $20 to do so, or you can just wait till they go into open beta. It will be free to play when the game goes live, so you can wait for that. Try it for free. It's cool. It's over the top. Concerned about the potential of or lack of balance. I'm concerned that might be a problem, but I can't say that for sure, so don't take my word as gold when I say there's that it could be. All I'm saying is that it could be, not that it is. I guess that's what I'd like to say. All right, guys, thanks again. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep owning.